Click. Beep. Wake up. Wake up, all of y'all. I'm here. How are you all this evening? Hey, everybody. Hey, Top Hat. Hey, Spook Buns. Hey, Exotic Slugs. Hey, Void Shadow. Hey, Edmund Chan. Hey, is that all? Oh, Relani. There you are. Hey, Poncho Hamster. Hey, Nile. You're awake. Good. Hey, Inaris. Good, good, good. I'm glad you're all here. Hey, now. Don't do that, Void Shadow. I'm the only person who can welcome people and say hey to them. Don't steal my thunder. No, I'm kidding. I don't give a shit. Oh, because. Well, if it isn't because. Because of the wonderful things he does. Whoever wrote that song, that's from The Wizard of Oz, by the way. Whoever wrote that little ditty was like a genius lyricist. Something like that. Anyway, so I've been hard at work mining a new salt mine for polished andesite. And by salt mine, I mean stone mine. So, hey, Ita. Anything interesting happened to you all? I don't think so, right? Everything good? Has it been a nice, lazy Saturday for all of you? For those whom it is Saturday, of course. It may or may not be Saturday where you all are. I don't actually know. Well, if it's Saturday, then congrats. I'm happy it's Saturday for you still. Because I'm happy it's Saturday still. Saturday is like one of my favorite days. Although Tuesday recently has definitely started to like... I've found a place for it in my heart. Hell, even Monday to a small degree I've kind of begun to make peace with. You know? As strange as that may seem, as impossible as it may sound, I've actually begun to find a peace, a normalcy with most days of the week. I'm not angry that it's a Monday or a Saturday or a whatever day. It's actually not too bad. Yeah. You did some digging, found your first Minecraft build from 2012. Ah, okay. Yeah, I saw you asked what are your earliest screenshots, and you asked everybody. Unfortunately, my earliest screenshots were also lost in that hard drive crash that I had way back in... It was probably early 2012, but it may have been late 2011. I don't fully remember, but somewhere in there, yeah. And whatever I was working on, whatever base I had at that time, yeah, I've long since lost anything regarding that. It's unfortunate. But hey, you know, that's the way the ball bounces. We don't always get to keep things that are important to us. Sad state of affairs, I know. I've lost every single world I made before, I guess, late 2011. I was able to keep some of it. Oh no, this is all garbage. But yeah, I was able to keep some of those saves just because it was, I forget how I managed to back up some of that stuff to where it wouldn't be killed in the hard drive crash or something like that. I don't know. I think some of it... Oh, I remember. I was using an external hard drive, so some of it was on that external hard drive. And so that stuff survived the crash, but the stuff on the main laptop was shreked for all time. Never again to be enjoyed. So yeah, that was a very sad experience, because I lost a lot of work. I had like a year and some change of saves and fun times on that laptop that just kind of, predictably, you know, it all bit the dust simultaneously. What can you do? So what I've been doing all day... Smooth stone's better than andesite? Ooh. I don't know. I kind of like polished andesite better. But that's just me. Plus, I think it looks a little more futuristic. So I don't know. But yeah, I've been doing this all day. I've gotten quite a bit more laid out than the last time you all saw this. And I know, I've said I don't want to do a whole lot of work off screen, but like, you know, it's a necessary thing to do sometimes. There's just so much that needs to be done. But I think it looks good, you know, it's really coming along. I like how it's sort of indented in places. It's got a different look about it. It's not the usual Space Valk 3 looking shit. I like it. This could easily shape up to be some of my best work. Hey, new people's first Jack stream? Yeah, apparently some of them have. Oh, hey, Edmund. By the way, just got back from a fit video. Did I do anything with Pyrobyte's command block? You couldn't place them. Command blocks could not be placed on 2B2T at that time. You have to have creative mode, and I believe the config files have to allow it. So at the time, no, it was impossible to place that command block. So it ended up being deleted, I don't know, whenever the illegal items plugin was updated. Because I remember they were on the blacklist for the illegal items plugin, but they were not like, the plugin was defunct or something like that. And so I got to hold farmland, lit furnaces, those extended speed 2 potions, the command blocks, and a bunch of other illegals in my hand. Also, these fun little skelly horses spawned during a rainstorm. And then the skeleton trap got triggered, and the skeletons burned up in the sunlight. So, you know, free skeleton horse, I guess. I don't know how I'm going to get him inside, and I don't even know if I'm going to... I don't even know if I care. Like, what value is a skeleton horse? Damn you. Like, should I? I don't know. It's not the first skeleton horse I've seen in this world. So yeah, that was pretty much all there is to say on the illegal items. They all eventually got patched about 2-3 months later. Eventually, you know, all of that stuff got deleted, including Pyrobyte's 666 sharpness sword. That sword was pretty fucking dope. Real shame it got deleted. Oh, there's the other skeleton horse. Like 4 of them spawned. I don't know where the others went. In fact, while I'm thinking about it, I'm going to go ahead and mine out a little hole to keep these guys in. Or this guy, I don't know. They won't despawn, from what I understand. So I can, at the very least, keep him alive. I guess you really only need 1 skeleton horse anyway, so I don't really care about the others. They're probably still around, though. Skelly horses. Yep, they can walk underwater. I know that, but, like... I don't really care. They're nice to have, I guess, on the off chance I need to walk underwater. Or ride underwater or whatever. But, like, right now, that's not high on my list of priorities. Not to mention I can just fly anywhere I need to go with an elytra. So, like, who cares? At this point, it's irrelevant. There we go. So, yeah, that's been my day. I've been pumping this place up. Damn, the walls actually kind of look interesting now. They're getting kind of high. I won't lie. Pretty soon they're all going to match up to there. And then I've got to make some sort of detailing on the outside because as cool as this giant wall looks, it's a giant empty wall. And like, this needs something to make it look interesting, you know? It can't just be more of this. It's got to be something, you know. Did I ever make my account automatically greet people? Yeah, I did that a bunch. You're watching an old Herm video, and I kept showing up in the chat every 2 seconds going, hello. Yeah, we did that from pretty much late 2014 all the way up until the Russia War, or a little bit after the Russia War. I remember doing it a bunch at Space Valk 3 before 2018, and then somewhere after that, House got really restrictive on spam, and so we stopped being able to do it, I think. Pop and Tristan used the welcome mod a lot. Yeah, they did. That they did. I remember logging like 3 or 4 accounts on at once, just to like troll a bunch because they were all joining. And House had an anti-AFK thing going on, so we would automatically join and rejoin with 2 or 3 accounts, and then on the meanwhile, our main account would be greeting those alts, constantly joining. It was actually quite funny, because people were like, why are these people joining over and over? And the answer was to fuck with them. Do I carry fire resistance with me at all times? You just realized Turtle Master in your inventory, just in case for extremely hard situations. I should give that a try. Well, Turtle Master's all well and good, but I don't have a turtle helmet, a spare turtle helmet. I only made the one. I would have to farm up turtles again, and you know what happened to the last turtles I farmed up, Poncho Hamster. They died an electrified, indignant death. Their personality was just a little too attractive, shall we say. There's also Bubba J who kept spamming something you don't want to type out. Yeah. I think a lot of that was to like counteract whatever anti-spam or whatever anti-AFK stuff House had enabled back then. I don't know. Hey WexCFX, how are you? Probably need a lightning rod on top of my turtle farm. Yeah, well, I don't know how, but it was not. It was very unfortunate, very sort of random chance. It was just one of those things. I didn't want that to happen, but like, it happened out of nowhere, you know? It was a very sad day. Bubba J's the only nerd that still plays. Really? Huh. Oxygenized chicken. You mean oxidated? Hey, Envious Games, how are you? What's going on? I'm just building up these walls, making them larger. We have to get this up to there. The very top right there. Just experienced severe cringe. You played a video of Jared 2013 singing Let It Go. That's a classic video. No, Wexy's been, or Envious hasn't been around, but yeah, Wexy's been here a few times. I'm not quite sure what was going on. Like, why was he singing Let It Go? I don't really remember the details around that. But it was something definitely unique. Did you hear about the Yu-Gi-Oh thing? You'll have to be more specific. It was something for X0XP, okay. Haven't been here in months, aha. Well, welcome back, Envious. Glad to have you here. Hopefully the hardcore base has impressed you. And is not, it's not just me blowing up the hole in the ground anymore. Oh, it's on X0's channel. Okay, I'll have to go look at that. It's been ages since I saw that. Been to them a bunch. Bezo videos you find interesting. Aha. Oh, yeah. The creator of Yu-Gi-Oh! Yeah, we heard about all that. I mean, that made the rounds really fast. Like, literally within it being reported that he had died, everybody online knew almost right away. I'm wondering if he had like a heart condition or something and he was in the middle of diving and whatever condition he had was aggravated by him diving and then he passed out or who knows what. I don't know. I wonder if they've done an autopsy or not. Cat Whisperer bought the big type. Yeah, he did. That video took us all by surprise in 2014. It just premiered out of nowhere, and nobody knew what the hell it was about. I didn't even know Big Man Tyrone or Fiverr was a thing at that time. I was shocked. Like, that just came out of nowhere. I legitimately thought for a time that that was actually Housemaster. And then I realized, oh, it was a stunt. And it was just staged. And I was like, alright, whatever. That's actually not as interesting. Oh, that's a slime. Okay. Oh my god. And then I've got to start all the way down over there. And get that side up to there as well. So much andesite. Sorry if you're not talking much in chat. It's 12:17 a.m. Yeah, don't worry about it. It's okay. I love you anyway, Void Shadow. Cat is outside trying to call. Yeah, he's cats are. He's probably just gonna stay out a while because that's how cats are. My cats have done that more times than I can count. As troublesome as it can be, you just learn to roll with the punches. Hey, Orion, I'm doing all right. This looks almost as fun as placing the buttons. Yeah. It's something that, like, I almost wish I could automate with baritone or something, but, like, I realize that would probably be very, very, very counterproductive as baritone is retarded. So I don't know. Maybe someday. Come to think of it, I don't know that baritone is even up to date to 1.18. Did I hear about the mess in Sri Lanka? Yes, I have. What breed of cats are my cats? They're both domestic short hairs, all three of them. One of them is a sort of tawny, light brown color. Another is a tortoiseshell colored. Well, you can see them on my Twitter. I've posted pictures of them before. They're very, very nice kitties. And then another one is a black domestic short hair with like little tufts of white fur. I think that's called a tuxedo cat or something like that. Something like that. Both Dallas and Ellie I've posted on Twitter before. Week has been super crazy. You're not wrong. Yeah, the Sri Lanka mess is certainly, like, eye-opening. Apparently they're having a revolution of some kind over in Sri Lanka because their government is just so goddamn corrupt. Boy, I can't imagine what that must be like. That really just goes to show that people will only take so much before they inevitably crack, you know? Oh wow, Twitter just said Spook Buns is now following me. It just gave me the notification. NoCom, is that the coordinate exploit that got Space Valk griefed? Yes, it is. Space Valk 3, not Space Valk 1 or 2. Yeah, Shinzo Abe, yeah, his passing was super unfortunate. Some crazy guy from their military assassinated him. Gotta wonder what's going through some of those people's heads. What am I building? A giant tower. It's gonna look spectacular, I think. I've just got to get it all, you know, situated. There's so much detailing and stuff that I have to do. Oh man, building in creative has really, really spoiled me. I can't begin to just describe how easy it would be to just do all this in a creative mode world and then just go from there. And all that mined up, polished andesite. Oh well. Citadel from Half-Life 2, real Ani, not Half-Life 3. There is no Half-Life 3 yet. We can all dream, though. Oh yeah, what is the name? I don't actually think this has a name yet. Huh. I haven't thought of one. I've been so focused on actually making the damn thing. It's not occurred to me what I'd actually want to call it. Oh! I don't know. I'll have to think of something. Oh man, I'd hoped to get all of this out of the way prior to stream, but it just ended up being so much work. Like seriously, I was gonna get all this stuff placed and... Well, it's a good thing I'm raising masons up in the villager annex. So at least there's that, I guess. Jack's girthy base. No, Space Valk 3 would be a much girthier base than this. Because Space Valk 3 is 1,000 blocks long. This place is probably not even 200 blocks, or maybe 200 or so blocks long at its longest point. Or actually, no, I take that back. From one side of the gorge to the other is probably about 200 blocks. Maybe 300, no, 300 blocks. So, like, yeah, that you could fit several Space Valks. This is several Space Valks wide. Space Valk 1, not 3. Space Valk 1 could snugly fit down inside here. The Tower of Rippas. Do I still play 2B2T? No, I've not played there in a long time now. The left-hand shelter. The Valkyrian Canyon? Nah. I don't know. You guys keep giving me ideas. I'll throw something together. I'm really not sure. The Jackadel. No. I'd be much more inclined to use like a meme term of some kind if a really fitting one came up. But I don't know. Right now I'm not really too concerned with it. Earth Valkyria. No, the original Valkyria was on Earth. That wouldn't really work. It definitely needs to have a snappy name. Something along the lines of like... I don't know. I don't fucking know. I can't think of anything at the moment. Any thoughts on the next game for next Friday? Yes, I already have one in mind. But you'll get to know when I make my schedule, because I'll announce it then. It's a fun game that I love. I love the story to this upcoming game. I haven't played it in a long time. If Valve makes a Half-Life 3, then the Steam servers will blow up. Probably, who knows. The Spire of Autism. Ooh, that's a good idea, Spook Buns. It would be in line with the other Space Valk names. For those of you who don't know, the original build, the first Space Valkyria was inspired by, was the Sky Temple of Autism. And so when I was building Space Valkyria was supposed to refer to all the builds that me and all the friends that I invited out there were going to make together collectively. And each individual build was going to have its own name. And so my individual build was the Sky Pillar of Autism. Because it was in the sky, it was in space, and it looked like a giant, pillar. And so I was like, yeah, the Sky Pillar of Autism, that's what I'll do. Because it was inspired by the Sky Temple of Autism. And so when I made Space Valk 3, I said, yeah, I'll jokingly name it the Ethereal Pillar of Autism. Because it looked more ethereal and sort of like a palace mixed with a space station. Which, of course, was the trend I was going for. And I finally cleared the hump. Okay. I can now let this andesite pour over the edge to here. So yeah, maybe something Tower of Autism. I don't know. We'll have to see. But I like your idea, Spook Buns. You're getting there. The Grand Fortress. The Grand Citadel of Autism. That could work. Or, well, yeah, actually, the Grand Citadel of Hardcore Autism. Because it was made in hardcore. Yeah, that could work. Thank you, Spook Buns. You gave me an idea. Okay. Was the person that griefed Space Valk Jared? Yes, it was Jared 2013 and Talo 112. Those two together griefed the first Space Valk pretty handily. They were, I think Talo was mad that I didn't invite him, because he wanted to be invited, and I asked all my base mates if they were okay with it, and they were like, oh god no, Talo's a psycho, don't invite him. And I was like, yikes, well, I better not then. Because see, the first base that I based at with Talo was it was the temp map in 2014. And that temp map was a not serious map. And so Talo didn't grief or do anything super serious because it was a temp map. And Talo was like, actually kind of cool. And I thought that's just how he was. And then Pyro and Tristan both were like, no, Talo's a psycho, don't invite him. And yeah, they were not wrong. If I had to do it all over, maybe I would have invited him. I don't know. But overall, it is what it is. It's too late. If the Tell at A exploit hadn't happened, I probably would have been okay for a little while longer. I don't know that they would have found us as easily. Because back then Tristan was not against us. But Tristan would have eventually become, even if the Tell at A exploit hadn't gotten us, and the plethora of other problems hadn't gotten us, something would have had to have cracked eventually. Space Valk was just made at a very bad time. It seemed like a good time because of Asgard 2 and, you know, just everything that came together. The imps, lots of people like Pyrobyte willing to chip in what they had. The illegal items plugin broke randomly, allowing imps to come back. And a bunch of shit like that. Like, it was the perfect storm, but like with most types of perfect storms, those situations only last a very short amount of time. And then eventually it was over. And so, yeah, we only got Space Valk for like a month or two, and that was the end of it. Ah, well. What can you do? But I would be able, with some advanced knowledge, if I had to do it all over again, I would be able to keep it alive a little bit longer. For starters, I would not invite Brynillan, Tristan, or basically anyone else until the base was finished. And then I would make sure to build it far out enough to where it could not be easily reached. Because like part of our problem was that you would glide to it. But we kept the place that you would glide from, we kept that up. And so it was very obvious, like the little base that it was built near was very low to the ground. But there was this big high dive. And Pop Bob and I think a few other people, had a working glide, us included. And so being able to glide meant you could glide from the bedrock to where Space Valk 1 was, if you knew where to go. Well, that also meant that if you were experimental, you could just bridge off, and you would find it eventually. It would pop into render distance over, once you were like 100 blocks out from it, you would be able to see it off on the horizon. And like, that was just kind of the downside. And so I would definitely have been able to make it farther out. Hell, I might not have even made it in the same quadrant. I would probably have gone to the opposite quadrant so that there wasn't as many, obvious places to bridge out from. And then obviously when Telat A hits, I would just have nobody be online. I would warn Pyrobyte about Telat A. And then I would tell Housemaster, I would tell James Russells as well. Because James Russells very quickly complained to Housemaster about Telat A and got him to shut the server down so that Telat A couldn't compromise more bases. And that was too little too late, unfortunately. But that was at least a way to keep shit from hitting the fan. So I could have done a lot of that. So there were things I could have done, I think. I could have kept Space Valk at least until 1.9. But I probably wouldn't have been able to keep Tristan from turning against us because he and Clyde were going to team up regardless. That happened anyway. The Backdoor of 2016 probably still would have happened. So there may not have been any stopping the copy-pasting of imps or Jared griefing imps. Although I would know where imps is in advance. So I could maybe leverage the location of imps against Jared and Tristan and have them lose their shit sooner and then warn Housemaster about the website to prevent that from being a debacle at all. So maybe if I had that kind of knowledge and could do it all over again, maybe I could just undo and prevent a lot of bullshit by simple fact that I would know most every angle they could attack from. So who knows? Who knows? There's no guarantee any of that would work, but, it would be a cool little thought experiment, wouldn't it? Finally got a bit of internet here in the boonies near your trip. Okay, well good. I'm glad you're... Welcome, Bomber. Well, I'm glad you're here. So yeah. Isn't that how Fit found it? He was using a flying machine. Yeah, he was also very lucky. We built too close to the axis. And so that would be another major change that I'd have to make. I would have to intentionally go off axis some distance away just to prevent, that kind of bullshit. In mid to late 2014, Pyrobyte built an end base, but it didn't last very long because I believe they made a trail, or they left a very obvious way to get there. What Pyro did was he made a sort of stepping stones over the void at Y255, I want to say. Or either that or he made it at Y0, one of the two. He made it either at the very top or the very bottom of the world, I forget which. He made stepping stones of obsidian every 60 or so blocks. And you would pearl, because they had infinite ender pearls back then. And you would pearl from one obsidian to the next. And that's how you would get to Pyrobyte's end base. Well, Pop Bob found out, and then because Pyro and Tristan destroyed Pop Bob's end base, he then did the same to Pyro's end base. And there were a bunch of other idiots that would occasionally flit around in the end, and eventually that led to Pyro's end base getting discovered, and yeah. By the end of 2014, Pyro's end base was all but trashed. Very sad. And so I would probably go to the opposite quad of Pyro's end base, which was an adjacent quad. So that would probably be positive. Because we were in neg pos, I believe. And so that would probably be a better spot. Because if I recall, that was a fairly unexplored quadrant in those days. Because back then all you could do to explore the end was to bridge out. and nobody was really certain if anyone had built an end base or not, and how far out they would have had to have gone. So, like, yeah, I could have gone 2 to 3 kilometers in the end, just bridging. And if I had structured the glide properly, because we could glide from Space Valk 2 all the way to the Bedrock Strip. And that was like an almost 2 kilometer stretch, if I recall. And so you could glide back and forth really easily if you knew how to do it. And so, yeah, I could build in this new timeline where I have foresight and knowledge of all the shit that is to come. Yeah, I could probably make Space Valk 1 last for nearly a year in total. But the problem is, by April of 2016, it would all come crashing down anyway, because Tristan and the Tyranny would have boat fly. They would have gotten, if I hadn't stopped them, they would got everybody's player.dat files, so they would know where everyone is. Imps would probably still be pasted again, because Housemaster was culpable. He was working with the nerds people. He was their friend, to a degree, so he gave them a lot of support from behind in the shadows. So that might all still have happened. But I would still also know about the pasting, and I might also be able to figure out where they pasted it. And so I'd be able to leverage the copies against them as well. And so I would also basically be able to expose a lot of that shit. So there would still be a lot I could do about it. But 1.9 would seal the fate of Space Valk no matter what. Because the expanding of the end would be unavoidable. So, from that point, from 1.9, knowing what I know now, I would have to go out to like 300 or 400 kilometers from 00. And I would have to very quickly and very covertly use boat fly to get the animals and villagers from Space Valk 1 to a new site, to a new Space Valk 2. Because Space Valk 2 would not exist, theoretically, at this time. So yeah, it would be a lot of convoluted shit. But that would be an interesting alternate universe 2v2t. Ooh! Oh! Would I be able to prevent the camping rusher from getting out of spawn? Because, like, all I would have to do, I would know what account he's on. I would know who he is. So I could just call in sick that day, stay online, and then just harass the camping rusher all day long at spawn, prevent him from escaping, and then fuck up his video. And so he would never be able to successfully make a video or escape spawn. And then I could just torture him exclusively. Him, Wild X, and Mitch, Mr. Mitch. I would know who they are, and I could just fuck with them all day long, and they would never be able to make any 2b2t content. And I could literally preempt the entirety of the Rusher War. Holy shit, that would be awesome. And I could inadvertently preempt all of Fit's career. Oh my god, that would be hilarious. Now, I don't know what other behind-the-scenes bullshit goes on. So, like, I'm not saying this would be foolproof or anything. But if I could go back in time and relive from early 2015 till now, there's a lot of things I could change with that kind of foresight. Holy shit, that would be hilarious. There were a lot of backdoors because of the website, that's the thing. So, like, knowing the website will be faulty and preventing Rocky and Tristan from giving Housemaster a bad website, and advertising that to the community, and basically preventing them from being able to get a foothold with House, that might just be enough. And then preempting the camping rusher and Fit. That could work. The only problem would be Elrich MC, Fuse Twa, and Ant Venom. Because they may still end up making videos, because they may still be interested. Because, see, they all knew about 2b2t years and years before, but they never did anything because they were afraid of it. It was Camping Rusher making a video about it and basically being untouched. and inadvertently popularizing the server, that kind of took the stigma away from making videos about it. And so that inadvertently made 2B2T even more cancerous. So who the hell knows? That could be enough. The right man in the wrong place can make all the difference in the world. So wake up and smell the ashes. That would be amazing. That's some AU fanfic bullshit right there. I don't know. That would certainly be something worth trying. I don't know. Am I theorizing how 2B2T could have been stopped from being popular? Basically, if I could go back in time and relive all of my life from early 2015 onward, yeah, I could probably change a lot. Just because I have advanced knowledge of what things are likely to be. So I don't know. Could I prevent the boulder from rolling down the hill? Theoretically speaking. Who knows? That's interesting. I doubt it would be that hard for a grown man to stop some kiddos on a block game. It would be a lot harder than you think. You think that, Spook Buns. You think that. But that's the thing, though. There are always more factors at work than you know. I'm not so foolish as to believe, just because I have a lot of advanced knowledge, that it would be piss easy to just change the outcome. No. I'm not about to believe that it would always be that easy. There are a lot of things of the world that are moved basically on inertia. So think of it this way. When you start an object moving, it becomes a lot harder to stop that object once it's in motion, right? That's basically how history works too. One event does not happen in a vacuum. There are lots of other events pushing it along. And so preempting an event, that may take a lot more doing than a human is capable of possessing. So who knows? There are a lot of people who were trying desperately to get 2B2T publicized. People like James, Russell's, even Clyde and Tristan to a degree were trying to do that. There were a lot of people trying to get shit off the ground, and they succeeded. So, like, who's to say that it's really that easy? You know, bully the camping rusher till he quits 2B2T before he ever makes that one video. That sounds really nice on paper, but I don't know that it would be that nice in practice. I don't think it would work that easy. I don't know. Call me cynical, but I don't think it's that straightforward. That's like saying, oh, well, to prevent World War II, all I have to do is prevent them from, prevent Hitler from being born. Like, I don't know. I'm fairly certain preventing someone like Hitler from being born would just allow another individual to occupy the power vacuum that Hitler succeeded in offing. But without the presence of a Hitler, well, a new person would just rise to power. Would they be as bad as Hitler? Maybe, maybe not, who knows. But would it prevent World War II? Probably not. Events are never as easy to stop as one would like to believe. Things are never that straightforward. The momentum of history is, well, monumentous. It is of a higher degree and caliber than we humans can really truly comprehend. So I'm not about to sit here and say I can prevent 2B2T from becoming the 2B2T we know today. I'm fairly certain I would still fail. At best, I would likely only kick the can down the road. I wouldn't actually succeed in stopping it from being popular. Like, who's to say someone like Etika wouldn't just come along and expose the server? Well, then Etika becomes the camping rusher, effectively. And, like, then what? You know? Nothing really changes. Like, it would still be, you know, our world would still change irrevocably. And it's just one of those things. So who knows? All anyone ever cares about is making a name for themselves or clout. To a degree. It's human nature to want to do those things. I'm not really sure why. If fame is just so alluring, or if there's something in the primate brain that makes fame appealing. It's a really interesting idea. I've got to wonder, is it the dopamine rush? Is it, you know, the prospect of having greater access to resources, and is the idea of getting bitches the reason that people obtain fame or try to obtain fame? Is that the biological urge? And if so, is that like the strongest component, or is there something else now? I don't know. Very interesting. So yeah. Chris Layton had done so much before with the lava at spawn, yeah. Would Rusher upload anyway, or would I have millions of children after me? That's hard to say. Huge respect for Fit putting you over some 2B2T good stuff. Yeah, that's another problem. A lot of you would have no idea about 2B2T if I did succeed in stopping. So I don't know. It's impossible to know. I'm fairly certain someone else would just occupy the space the camping rusher inevitably served. So, like, a lot of you would maybe have eventually found out about 2B2T. Maybe some of you would have found out earlier. Maybe some of you would have only found out just now, or a little bit later than when you did. Who knows? Who knows? It's too hard to say how things might have gone. But at least with Space Valk 1, I could have had an amazing end base for about a year, and that people would, by and large, remember Space Valk 1 way differently than it is remembered now. Because I think I could have actually succeeded if I had succeeded in finishing the main pillar. I could have gotten more people out there slower and more covertly. And I could have overseen whatever it is they were working on and helped them finish it. So Space Valk 1 could definitely have been more complete. And as a result, Space Valk 1 might be remembered differently. Who knows? Who knows? That is something I would have loved to have attempted. Ah, shit. I keep fucking falling. So, hey. At the very least, a man can dream. Seems so inevitable for it to become popular. Yeah, it does. You're not wrong. It really can't be understated just how much of a gold mine 2B2T was. An untapped gold mine of potential. It wouldn't have been the camping rusher, but maybe someone else would have come along and done it. So who the hell knows? Oh well. You convinced some fit guy at a park that you were Pop Bob. Yeah, you did. I remember you telling me about that. Why did 2B2C say where so many servers died? It believed in freedom. The freedom to determine one's own destiny is a powerful thing, and most people do not believe in that freedom. Most people are cynics. They believe that the freedom of others will somehow either inhibit their own freedom or damage their own safety. And as the founding fathers, I believe it was Benjamin Franklin who said this, people who value safety over liberty deserve neither. Yes, that is 100% true. Most people value safety over liberty, and as a result, they end up with neither. But 2B2T valued liberty, which is, you know, freedom, self-determination, not constraining its player base by rules. It valued that over the safety of any one individual player. And yeah, no one has any real safety on 2B2T, sure. But you know what it had? It had fun. people had the ability to make anything they wanted, and what do you know, that leads itself to making memorable, fun, interesting things. You couldn't have gotten Space Valk 1, 2, or 3, or the original Valkyria, or Aureus, or the Cool Kids Club, or Mew Base, or any of that other shit. You couldn't have gotten any of that on another server, a big public server. They just don't gear themselves for that kind of creativity. They don't believe in giving people that level of power. Ultimately, people who do not believe in freedom, who do not believe in liberty and self-determination, they end up not believing in much of anything. They often find themselves unable to believe in themselves. They definitely don't believe in other people. And they end up becoming creatively or emotionally stagnant. Because over time, lack of belief in others will lead to a lack of belief in yourself, which will destroy any hope for yourself that you may have had. And yeah, that ends up leading to jaded, unhappy people. It's very unfortunate. But that's life. You have to be willing to believe in liberty as a whole. You have to be willing to put yourself out there and believe in that. Because if you don't, that will undermine the framework of everything else that you could have believed in. And you will become a less fulfilled, more unhappy person than ever. And you will suffer for it. So, there you go. That is the underlying cynicism of the human condition, the lack of belief in liberty. The lack of belief in others, the lack of belief in just goodwill, just in general. Hey, Skellergy, how are you? Hadn't seen you here in a while. Have a good night, have to go? Okay. Take care, Bomber. Oh, shit. George Bush is in house. That is correct. But they had enough sort of overlap that they may as well be the same person, at least for right now. For our purposes, we will consider them effectively the same. Yeah, George Bush was never hacked. He just spawned stuff in for them. You're right. Fantastic. Sad. But see, knowing that they were involved could basically prevent them from getting involved because it would be too risky. So I don't know. You know that quote? You're not sure if you agree with it? Those who give up essential liberty to purchase a little temporary safety deserve neither. Yeah, that was Benjamin Franklin. I thought so. Yeah. And, like, that's kind of how a lot of human behavior is driven. They do not believe that you are worth giving that level of freedom to. Because if you have that freedom, you'll use it against them. And some people will. That's not inherently wrong, but, like, you still have to be willing to place a little bit of faith in humanity. Because if you don't end up doing that, you will end up having no faith in anything, including yourself, and you will doom yourself to misery. That's always the logical end that breed of cynicism leads. And, yeah, that's why a lot of those servers are shitholes. They end up becoming nanny states because they don't believe your average person is capable of not doing something they don't like. And yet, 2B2T can always be that way. And as long as it will remain hands-off, and you will be allowed that level of freedom, which the reason it's sucking lately is because George Bush or House or whoever the fuck it is, they're imposing on that level of freedom. You're not allowed to talk about certain things, or you'll be Q banned or priority banned or whatever the fuck. You're not allowed to do certain things like lag the server. You're not allowed to own your own creations on 2B2T, etc., etc. Like, that level of faith that was once there when it was an anarchy server, that has long since been eroded away. And so 2B2T is becoming like all of those other servers. So yeah, that's why. It succeeds because of that level of freedom and that level of faith in other people. And it will inevitably fail because of that lack of faith and freedom. It is the belief in tyranny, or in the belief of liberty, that gives rise to happiness. Because happiness is driven and created by individuals. Happiness cannot be brought about collectively. Happiness and prosperity can only be created individually. It can never be created collectively. Anytime and every time it has been tried, it has always failed throughout all of human history. And that will always be the case. That's just how human nature is. To make that different would be to change human nature in some way. And I guess really that would be to make people robots. That's about the only way you'd do that. And obviously that's reprehensible. So, you know. Oh, man. I sincerely hope that that level of faith and freedom is never snuffed out. Because if it's ever snuffed out from the human condition, it will be nothing short of the worst thing that could ever happen. It will be the ultimate slight against humanity for that to occur. And yeah, there are a lot of people who would love for it to happen, but those people are retarded, so don't believe them. There are a lot of people who will go, yeah, but we need this to be this way so that, you know, everybody will be safe. That's always how the Pied Piper works. That is the siren song of tyranny. That's always how they operate. Very sad. Because a lot of people fall for it. I swear, there's like new victims to that every day. There's a sucker born every minute, as they say. And yeah. You recommend a cool YouTube channel. He's called, What If All This... Or no, sorry. What if alt... Oh, What If Alt History. Okay. Talks about history of alternate history, geopolitics, and philosophy. Ah, interesting. I'm not really into alternate history, but yeah. So I'm saying if the world was run like 2B2T, it would cure depression. No. It would give you the tools to make yourself and your own life a little bit better. But depression is brought about by many different things, not just that. So I doubt that that would be enough in and of itself, but hey. Oh hey, Fukato, how are you? Nice to see you try to catch a stream to your home. Okay, good. I know the rat and cylinder test. Refresh my memory. Yes, this is basically my... Oh, that's his actual channel name. Okay. Yeah, that's... I don't know. What is my story for the Backdoor of 2016? Basically, they gave House, or whoever he was, George Bush, they gave him the faulty, website. They didn't expect him to run it on the server box. They quickly whipped up a few PHP scripts, They gained root access to the server. House caught them, but was friendly with them anyway, because House has always been friendly with the Imps crew. Somewhere at some point, he got a copy of the region files and willingly put them on the server. And then he willingly started them over at a new base and gave them new items. Spawned in a bunch of shit. They lied to him a bunch of times and told them, hey, look, you know, we had an end portal here. We had, you know, a quad spawner here. We had this, that, the other. And he just sort of blindly went along with it. He didn't really give a shit. And they were basically free to gain access to more information than any one set of players should be. And they basically perpetually had their thumb on the scales ever since. And 2B2T is only fun when no one has their thumb on the scale, no one has an advantage over the other, and that's how it should basically always be run. And it wasn't. And so that led to the shenanigans of 2016. And then Rusher shows up out of fucking nowhere, blows the server up overnight. House sees dollar signs in his eyes and buys the server back from George Bush, gains access to it again, and they basically start working on a monetization model. And a little while later, Priority Queue is born. And yeah, that's basically the end of it. Prolapse Spire of... No, I'm not naming anything prolapsed. No, it shall be the Citadel... the Hardcore Citadel of Autism. That's what it shall be. The Hardcore Citadel of Autism. There we go. That's the name of the base. I've already decided. You're a PHP dev, really, Riolani? Okay. So yeah, you probably have a good idea how easy it was for them to gain access to the server. It was not a fun time. Because, like, they gained everybody's player.dat files. And a bunch of other shit like that. They were basically invincible for a while. It was just... It was a hard day. That's all I can say, is it was a hard time. I'm happy those days are behind us, but at the same time, I really wish they just never happened that way. Because it really did just ruin the way that 2B2TT was forever. It changed how we viewed the server. It bred a lot of distrust in-house, and it made things more complicated than it ever needed to be. I sent names for the base, but I missed them. I'm too shy to send them again. We're at me. Read them, please. Well, send them to me on Discord in a private message. Why not call the build Gregory? Why? No, I want it to be in line with all the other builds that I've made. Just got back. What's the topic? Faith in humanity, basically. In how you have to have faith in the, in personal liberty. You have to uphold personal liberty as a very high virtue. Because that undermines and underpins a lot of basically psychology. And if you will not do that, if you will not have faith in others, you will suffer for it. And people who don't will end up basically believing in nothing. The ability to trust others' abilities to make judgments, and to also uphold your own ability to make judgment, you basically have to treat them the same, you know? To the live and let live mentality. You kind of have to have that enshrined in your heart, because if not, then that's how you infringe on the rights of others so easily. And that's what generally leads to all sorts of terrible oppression and lots of other shit like that. If I had the ability to change reality, what would I do? I don't know. Reality as a whole is a different matter. Okay, so your ideas are, the base names, Curse of the Lost. No, there's no reason for that. Tectonicide. Not really, no. Celestial Inferno. No, that didn't make any sense. Sorrowful Depths. No, thank you. Shattered Earth. Nah. Gate of the Void. Nope. Decay Holding. Citadel of Entropy. Citadel of Entropy is not bad, but it already had Citadel in the name. And I've already made my decision, Poncho Hamster. It's going to be the Citadel of... or Hardcore Citadel of Autism. I've already made my decision. So thanks for the ideas, but no, Spooked Buns gave me the base foundation idea, and I was able to get something good from that. So yeah, that's what it'll be. Anorexic Space Falcon. No, you didn't say that directly. You gave me the core idea, and I built off of it from there, and that was good enough. In other words, you bounced ideas off me, and I was able to get to where I wanted to be from there. Citadel of Entropy sounds like a metal band. It could be. I don't know. Still very curious as to how I came to the conclusion that Spook Buns and I are alts. Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know how he's stumbled upon that idea, but I knew you two are different, so I don't know. Whatever. Thanks for giving him a look. You're okay. That's okay. I'm always happy that people are willing to give me a chance. Have to go to bed. Have a good stream. Okay, take care, Bong. I wonder how high I can get with this amount of junk. Not high enough. I'm probably going to be able to build up to past the ring a little bit here. But I don't know. Let's see now. That goes all the way up to the very topmost ring. You know what? I might change the base's shape from triangular to something else, like hexagonal or hexagonal, not octagonal. We'll have to see. When I get above that ring there, that sea lantern ring, because I'm going to put polished andesite all the way up to that black stone that I have my cursor on. So when I get up to there, I'll be able to put everything on sort of like an even footing. And then from there, that'll be at the very bottom part of that ring. So maybe from there I can change the footprint of the base. And I'll do something else. I think I thought of that idea already, and I'm just now rethinking of it. I don't know. Super Hexagon will give me a migraine. No, I can easily design a hexagon in paint. It's the same way I was able to design this triangle in paint. In fact, we've not had a paint demonstration in a hot second, have we? Space Valkyria is 1,000 by 1,000 by 256. It's 1,075 by 1,075 by 256. It's not exactly 1,000 by 1,000. Space Valk 3 is built on an exact center, meaning there's one block that is the dead center of the entire base. And so if you have one block, you have to have an odd number in all directions. So it's 1,075 by 1,075. That's how it has to work. Otherwise, it won't add up. Let's go, paint moment. Yeah, I'll do that at the end of the stream. In like 20 minutes, or whenever I run out of all this polished andesite. Woo, look at all this andesite polish itself. Wow, it's just so special. If I had the Combine on my side, they'd be building the structure for me. Yeah, I mean, that's literally the same as having 4 or 5 other people in Minecraft building alongside me. Which, of course, would speed up the building process, but, like, I would need people on the same page as me. So basically, I would like to have them all be clones of myself so that we are all thinking alike and designing alike so that it doesn't get too off and get too weird looking. So yeah, maybe. We'll have to see. But yeah, I could design a good hexagon. Nice little hexagon will, I think that would be interesting, because I can make a big hexagon. First of all, I can make it bigger than this base triangle. And I can make it equivalent and, you know, oh, what's the word? I'm blanking on the word. I can make it symmetrical on all sides, because this triangle is not symmetrical. I purposefully built it, you know, to where it is not an equilateral triangle. I built it to be weird and wacky looking because I thought that was cool at the time. And now I'm realizing that while I could still make it pretty cool, I kind of want that symmetry that a really nice hexagon brings to the table, you know? And if you think about it, a hexagon is just two equilateral triangles smashed back to back. They're two equilateral triangles engaged in tribadism. So, you know, it could work. I think it could work. Hey, Doodle Bob, how are you? You feel ya? That's why you decided to do a base shulker farm instead of raiding in cities. You only need a few elytra, but I can understand the shulker farm idea. I may end up still doing that at some point. Just because a good shulker farm... In all honesty, shulker farms are valuable. I can't lie. I don't know, we'll have to see. No one really knows what happened. The theory is that someone was throwing death potions. They couldn't get the server back up. Really? Oh, well. You were just happy as hell when you finally found one with the name Sigrun's Vinger. Uh-huh. So the math says that if I filled 2% of Space Valk, that's 6 million blocks placed. Yeah, probably. That wouldn't shock me, honestly. The place is so fucking large. When I did the replace command in the 100th episode, it ended up being 7 million unique blocks. So, you know, at episode 100, I had made over 7 million blocks. That's all the buildings, the glass, the obsidian, the quartz, the sea lanterns, all of it. So yeah, 7 million. 7.3 something, I want to say. Yeah, I can believe that. So by episode 200, who knows? We may have 14 million. Or not, I don't really know. Don't count the air blocks. Yeah, I think that's the point. I think that's what 2% filled equates to. It's 7 million, not counting air. I don't think that the 2 million figure that Nile said, I don't think that figure includes air blocks. Too hard to say. 6 equilateral triangles, not 2. Whoops. Oh, my bad. Okay. So, yeah, I could maybe do that. Jack, how should you get lots of concrete powder in survival? May use the gravity duper, but it might make the world not completely vanilla. That's up to you, Flood. I can't tell you if you should or shouldn't do it that way. Because, see, if you don't duplicate items, or at the very least, if you just say, I'm only duplicating the powder and nothing else, if you refuse to duplicate anything, you can get infinite gravel from bartering, and you can get infinite dyes, but sand will always be a problem. You will always have a sand issue, simply because you will never be able to, mine out enough desert. You will never be able to get enough sand, just about. Because especially with how much a block takes up, like a shulker full of concrete powder, let's say you convert it all to regular concrete and then place it, you're always going to have that issue of, do I have enough? You can calculate it out, but you're always going to need a ton of sand. It's almost always going to be more sand than you realize. Several deserts worth. So I don't know. That's up to you. Is it worth it? Is that viable? Do you feel like that's a good use of your time? Do you just want to get it over with quickly? These are answers only you can come up with. Ah, damn it, we're out. Well, I got to almost where I said I got to. A little bit under the ring. And that is that. Well, hey. I knew it wouldn't last. All right. Time to repair and enjoy. Sand is one of the last items in the game that is not farmable. Probably soon enough, maybe. We'll see. The mass simply takes the size of the place, divides it by 50, so no error. Okay. Isn't there a sand farm? No, there is no way to get lots of sand. You have to dig it up. You still have to dig sand up by hand. There's no way to get it any other way. You are stuck making tons and tons of shovels or whatever other means you care to do. There's really not a lot you can do for sand. I suppose you could always try to, God, what could you do? You could just dupe sand, and only sand, and manually farm the gravel via the bartering machine and your dyes of choice, and go from there, maybe? Get 10 dubs of eggs with sand duper? Huh? What are you talking about, Wexy? But anyway, no. So yeah, your best bet is to, if you don't want to, be super not vanilla, you can just duplicate the one ingredient you cannot get lots of, and just go from there. And just not worry about it. And then you can legitimately craft all the rest. So that it's like a compromise, a sort of best of both worlds. Oh, you mean dragon eggs. Ah. I see what he means now. Well, maybe. Oh. The masons are up here. Oh, before I go to do the masons, I need to get stone. Because an inventory full of stone can easily be pawned off on a bunch of mason villagers for a small chunk of emeralds. But also we need to level up those masons so that they will sell me polished andesite. Because if not, I'm going to be hurting for that. Oh good, I get a refreshed beacon effect. Ah, I'm near that beacon, no wonder. We'll do the MS Paint stuff here in a minute, I haven't forgotten. Why not make a stone farm? Because I don't want to AFK, I want to just do this. This is so much faster to me. I still don't have an entire inventory. Damn, that takes way longer than I expected. Fuck. Anyway, but yeah, you might want to just, like, not worry about duplicating items, because I've never really had any sort of, like, hang-up on duplicating items. Honestly, like, getting anything you can get just because you can get it, that's generally enough of a justification for me. But I guess that depends on your mindset, so I don't know, it's up to you. Good luck, though. Uh-oh. We got the phantoms. Goal of Minecraft, not to play Minecraft anymore with farms. No, it's the ability to get anything you want in copious amounts and then build whatever you want with relative ease. It's to not have to worry about getting what you want. That's generally the goal of Minecraft. In my opinion, anyway. Of course, your mileage may vary on that question, but more or less. Oh, I need the, yeah, this box. I want a lot of stone. I want to be stone hard. Rock hard, that's it. Like my soul. Haha, you thought I was going to say cock, didn't you? Okay. Almost got an entire inventory full. Come at me, phantoms. I've got a Smite 5 sword with your names on it. Actually, speaking of naming, I haven't actually named my sword and pick and all that yet. I haven't really been thinking about it, but, you know, maybe I ought to give these items, you know, a name that's not just Netherite X. Hard to say. Complete and total liberty based on single player. Yeah, maybe. If that's how you define it, so be it. That's not a bad stance to take, though. I like the cut of your jib, spooked buns. Yeah, I guess it's just your monkey brain that can't comprehend buildings, so I don't know. Ah. Well, I'm sorry you have a monkey brain. Maybe someday you'll have a Homo sapien brain. Or at the very least, a Neanderthal brain. Maybe even a Homo erectus brain. Haha, whoopsie. Freudian slip there. Oh shit, I'm in polished andesite territory. Fuck, that looks just like regular stone. I hate that. Makes it impossible to differentiate in the darkness. Stone farms are kind of dumb, not gonna lie. Like, bro, there's literally infinite of it in the ground. Just go get it. Yeah, I feel that way to a degree, too. I can understand in Skyblock and in a bunch of other instances where a stone farm is generally better. If I made a truly fast wither / TNT dupe stone farm with a super smelter attached, you know, maybe then you could make an argument for that being generally just way better in every possible way. But, like, I want to do that eventually, but I just don't want to do it right now. I want that... Oh, fuck. Get out of here. I love the Smite 5 killing an undead in one hit. Anyway, I do want to make a really fast-paced, powerful smelter that can basically process all things, that is just efficient to the extreme. And I also want to put a big, bad wither smelter, or wither TNT tree farm. I want to do all that. I really do. But I want to do that higher up in the base. Like somewhere in here. Fuck you. God damn. I'm being spooked. Okay, shit, this is not stone, and that's not stone. So yeah, I do want to do all that, but I wanted to make it higher up in the base, and I want to have a footprint for the base before I really, like, conform to what machines and farms I'm going to put in it. There are lots of crazy things I can do, obviously. And I'm not averse to doing them. It just... I want to get the thing's body really planned out and detailed. And then put all the junk inside so that I can then make the infrastructure internally connect everything up. You know? I want to draw all the dots first and then connect the dots. Not the other way around. So yeah, I'm a little particular in what order I want to do everything, but, you know, it'll all get done. It's just going to take a while. We'll be at this many, many, many more episodes, I imagine. Let's get this andesite off. Okay. Boop, 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 boop. There was a pocket of polished iron right here. Fuck it. Alright, cool. Ah! Haha, bitch. Get sniped. I've come a long way in my archery skills from the days of Skyblock Anarchy where I couldn't aim for shit. Oh god, more of them spawn. Dead. Dead. Bro, where you at? Damn it. Got away. Okay, cool. So he should be set on fire. He should be set on fire. Let's help him along. Oh, never mind. He died before it could hit him. Oh, and now he burned. Whew. Oh, Mojang. Will you ever make things good in this game? I mean, I don't want to feel or sound cynical, but it feels like there's been an almost constant downward spiral of crappiness. I don't know. Gotta name my sword after Fitz's sword in the videos where he destroys Russia. Maybe. That's not too funny. I don't know. I would want it to be clever. Something interesting. Like, in late 2013, when Pyrobyte and I were trying to find Imp Space for the very first time, Pyro, because this was a new hack at the time, you could see the names and enchantments on tools. That was a new thing that was proliferating back then. And so a lot of the newer cutting-edge clients had the ability to see the tools and the enchantments on those tools. And so Pyrobyte named his sword the Imperator Incinerator, because we were going to go and find Imp's base. And Pyro was not going there with hostility. He wanted to just, like, punk them. To, like, just go there and then maybe set up shop and be like, yeah, I live here now. And he just wanted to fuck with them to a degree. And I found that hilarious. And so that's what he did. Though I don't think he ever found Imp's base that way. He teleported to Imp's when he and Tristan had the back door. But I don't think there was ever, like, us showing up on his doorstep or anything like that. You tried to do Anti-Phantom's multi-shot crossbow with the most powerful rockets in the game to make it a literal rocket launcher, and realized it's useless against them. Wow, rip. Yeah, rockets only home in on players, from what I understand. I've never fired the rocket launcher in the game. I've never had to make one. Because, like, by the time that was introduced, I stopped playing with other players. I was almost exclusively single player by that point. Even in Skyblock Anarchy, I never had a reason to make the rocket launcher because nobody ever lived near me. I never had to fend anyone off with said rocket launcher. I never even got to test it. Nope. The Masons are up on the very top floor, or second to the top floor. So yeah, fun fact, I've never shot anyone in Minecraft with the rocket launcher. I've never had to make it. Have I ever played Half-Life? Boy, Spruik. I've played Half-Life billions of times. I played that game as a kid. Oh my god, I was so in love with that game. Okay, so he doesn't... No. Aha! We can level some of these guys up. I loved the hell out of Half-Life. It was such a good game. No. Aha. Let's up these guys to maximum. Because, see, they buy diorite and granite. No. Aha. I can probably get rid of all this stone and level these guys up at the same time. No. Bingo. Oh, this is the one weaponsmith. I wasn't very picky with what villagers I got down here to start the breeding. Alright, masters. Master level masons, that's what I want to see. Hey, maybe I can start a secret society with these guys at the helm. I know, they spawn more villagers. If I feed them enough food and trade with them often enough, they spawn villagers. And... Wait. Well, they're all masons. So they spawn villagers, and they're all masons. So I guess I can say they're the spawn villager masons. Masons that spawn more villagers. Yes, No, spawn villager masons is too much of a mouthful. It needs to be snappier. Something more interesting. Something more down to earth. I know. I'll call these guys the spawn masons. Yeah! Damn, I'm a genius. Did the joke hit? Is everybody laughing? Is anyone in stitches? Is everybody okay? I haven't offended anyone's sense of comedic timing, did I? I sincerely hope that joke landed. Because if not, I'll be sad. Okay, time to level these guys up to decent starting level. Oh, refill my pick. Yes, level up, you little fucklings. Level, I say. Level with me, guys. Come on. Oh, throw all the excess bricks in there. Perfect. Okay. Get all these guys up. Also, Master Masons sell quartz. So for those of you who want to make Space Valk in survival mode and are convinced you can do it, that's how you should probably try doing it. Is just make an ass ton of Masons. Level them all up. It's a bit of a pain, but it's worth it because they all sell good stuff eventually. And from there, you can basically make it. So yeah, try that. There we go. It's another one leveled. I like to think of it as investing back into the community that I forcefully wrangled from a different location to this one to serve my own needs. A partnership of sorts, if you will. You know, where they do things for me and I give them minimal pay. Hey, that sounds like modern society, doesn't it? What are you hanging for, villager? Your life is entirely in my hands. You shouldn't be happy. You should have a soul-crushing sigh escape your lips. You should in some way be unfulfilled, living here in your wage cage. Yeah, that's a more appropriate. Oh, damn it, I'm one short. Oh, I'm literally one block of stone short. Oh well. I got a little bit of good stuff out of it. I could probably use all these bricks. I don't know what I'll make with it, but I could probably use it. Oh god, looking down destroys my frame rate now. The village, it's growing. It's become a leviathan of money and suffering. My favorite kind of leviathan. Anyone have any ideas that can spawn masons the backdoor access? Yeah, I don't know that that was entirely wrong, but I don't know that that was entirely true either. People are very split on that subject, apparently. Me personally, I feel like it was like a little of column A, a little of column B. Some of it had truth in it, some of it didn't. It just was, you know, like with most things, there's never a clear-cut explanation as to what's really going on. There's a lot of skullduggery going on behind the scenes. And well, that just seems to be the norm for 2B2T. Actually, fuck it, I'm gonna sell all this iron. Oh, shit. Oh, but before I do, let's free Dallas here. And the little kitty rests on my shoulders. He'll even hiss and scare off the phantoms. Isn't that nice of them? Good boy. Come here, Ellie. Come rest on the bed. No, don't get on the fucking... Come over here, Ellie. Aha. If I make your ass sit, I can push you anywhere. What do they do when they get in water? I'm curious. Have I done a cat reveal? Yes, both Dallas and Ellie have had their pictures posted on Twitter. Aww. Kitties don't like baths. Here we go. Okay. Cool. Well, I guess now that I have all my beacons set up, I don't really need all this iron. That looked clear. Damn it, that hurt. Ah. Okay. This 4 ingots, I don't like that. God, these guys all buy crap. Or sell garbage and then expect me to want it. Like, if you're gonna make me buy your garbage stone tools, at least make them special in some manner. I don't know. I don't want to waste my emeralds on these guys, almost. It almost feels like it's a crime. Oh, I know. Okay, I had him. Toolsmith. Aw. Really, I just want to make money. Ooh, These guys may or may not be the right type of villager. Although I should probably be doing that stick trade now that I think about it. So these guys are armorers. They don't sell anything good yet. I would have to process the hell out of them. Those are the toolsmiths. And then farmers. Didn't I have a toolsmith down here? I've got to get all these farmers up to snuff as well. Lots of them. I want to be able to buy golden carrots like mad. Oh, clerics. They're not useful yet. The clerics will be useful when I get more rotten flesh from the zombie pit. Ah, perfect. That guy sold fortune too. So that's pretty cool. Ah, here we go, the weaponsmiths. This is the area I was looking for. Ooh, they don't sell anything terribly good either. Aha. He does, though. Oh! The armorer doesn't have, the right station. There should be a blast furnace up here. Oh wait, no, this is the mason level. Shit. I should add Curse of Vanishing since dying is literally... No, I'm good. I think that would actually make the expense of... Actually, I think the expense, rather, is already probably too high. I don't know, we'll see. Oh wait, shit, wrong level. Oh wait, that was the toolsmith level. Or the weaponsmith level. There we are, one level lower. Perfect. Huh. Okay. I hate having to do this, but it's about the only way to, like, get anywhere with these guys. I wish I could sell it back and just make all my money back instantly. But as it stands, these things are useless. All right. All right. It's getting there. Damn. 32 emeralds. Would that, now that wouldn't even finish him off. Come on. Give me a good trade, guys. Aha. Okay. Level up. Perfect. Yowza, that's iron expensive. Alright, cool. So he's leveled up. I need to infect these guys at some point as well. Okay, well, I guess I can't do anything more on this level. Oh. No. Oh, wait, what else could I have bought from him? I can sell diamonds. Eh. Aha. Alright, now that feels more worthwhile, dumping this iron into a villager to level them up. I don't need another diamond shovel. Fuck that noise. Aha! Okay. Alright, we'll worry about that guy later. Okay, so with this, I can buy bread from whichever ones will sell it to me. Oh yeah, the Fletcher. Ah, bread. And this way, I can easily level these guys all up. Or I can easily multiply them, sorry. Oh. What's another level that really needs to be expanded? It needs its population increased. No. The Fletchers, they were... Yeah, down here. Because then, when I get all the stick trade up and running, they can make use of this. I think. Well, I thought. Will they not grab the bread? Ah, so they will. They're just too lazy to walk over to me and get it. Lazy bums. Oh, and I can also get enough arrows to level one of them up. Oh, not enough. No. Shit. You, buy my iron. Damn it. Toolsmith. He also does not have the appropriate thing. Ooh. Oh, he spawned in the wall? I hate that shit. How do they do that? How are they always, like, in an inconvenient spot that doesn't, like, do it? There has to be a way to prevent them from spawning inside walls. Aha. Okay. Well, shit. I love that cats can hiss and keep phantoms away from you. That's a really nice touch. Okay, well, I guess that's where I'm going to call it for today. Got a lot done. A hardcore citadel of autism is coming along nicely. Thought the villagers were sliding around on the ground. Ah, well, at any rate, we'll do the MS Paint thing next time. There's no point in doing it right now just because I'm not up to the point where I can make use of it. So we'll just worry about it then. But thank you all so much for coming out and watching me. It's been a wonderful little stream. We got a lot done. And, oh, you just arrived, Canadian Crab. I'm so sorry. Carpets on top of the walls? No, there's no need. But at any rate, I will catch you all next time. Thank you all so much for coming out. Thank you all for giving me just a little bit of your time. We've decided on the name of the build now. Yeah, don't worry about that, Spook Buns. We'll get to MS Paint next time. But until then, I will catch you all later. Y'all take care. Bye.